3,000 here, and today we're going to take a look at Ethereum. I'm sure by now we've all heard the news, right, that Ethereum is going to be going through a big update in the coming months. It looks like it would be sometime in July, so pretty far away from now. I would have liked it to be a lot sooner, but it's in July, and we're gonna look at the pros and cons of that. Here I'm not gonna come here and tell you, Ethereum's going to the moon, this and that. I'm gonna be realistic with you, and I'm gonna tell you what I think, and what this update could really mean for Ethereum. It's coming in, like I said, July, which is a few months from now. We're looking at April, May, June, July. We're looking at like 4 months from now, and who knows what can happen in 4 months. If the stock market crashes or something like that, which there's a lot of fear that could happen. If there's a stock market crash, it could be really bad news for the crypto market, right? Also this bull run, there are some signs that are saying that the bull run might be coming to an end soon. So by the time that Ethereum does this update, it might not even matter anymore in terms of the bull run, right? So yeah, but anyways, let's check out what this could mean. So right now, looking at the crypto fear and greed index really fast. Yesterday, there was here we were yesterday, right? So there was a big dump. So this was 2 days ago. Yesterday, there was a big dump, and the thing that impresses me is that there wasn't a lot of fear, right? So fear is when it's all the way down here, right? So there wasn't a lot of fear with this dump. I think people are realizing what the whales are up to and what it is that they're trying to do. They still managed to bring the Bitcoin price down, right, from around 60,000 to 53,000. Right, so if you guys saw my video at around 54,000, I did say that I thought it was going to go down a little bit lower. So hopefully you guys bought in at somewhere around 53, right? So yeah, and if you look at right now, we're sitting at 71, so nothing crazy, right? Once we're in the 90s, that's when you really want to think about selling, right? With Bitcoin and crypto, 70s is actually quite a little low, right? So buying opportunities if you really wanted to buy something, right? All right, so let's check out what these news are, right? So here, pretty much what's going on is that the miners, the Ethereum miners, are making a killing out of it, right? They're making so much money. So if we look just in February, the Ethereum miners made a record $1.3 billion, which is so much, right? And they get paid in terms of gas fees. Obviously, the miners like these high gas fees. It's good for them. But you know what? I honestly think that Vitalik, the owner of Ethereum, or the founder of Ethereum, is doing the correct thing here. He's looking out for his coin, and if he doesn't do anything, it's gonna be bad news for Ethereum. And right now, Ethereum is getting killed. It's not where it should be. And we're going to look at some numbers right now of what might happen with Ethereum. So make sure that you stick around. If you want to fast forward a bit, I'm just going to go ahead and read what this update is going to do for Ethereum. So pretty much what is happening with Ethereum right now is that it doesn't have a set number, right? Ethereum is just mining is going to, as of now, it's going to continue forever. You just keep on mining, and it never, ever is going to stop, right? And that's what Vitalik wants to come and change. So right now, Ethereum is an inflationary coin, so it's not a coin that you would want to hold, say, in 10 years when the crypto market, say, reaches its top value. Ethereum is not going to be something that you're going to want to hold, because let's say that Ethereum tops off at, I don't know, let's just make up a number, right? Let's say Ethereum tops off at $1 trillion and it has no more cash inflow and going, but there's still more coins being made. Then there's only one thing that can happen to that, and that's going to be the price of Ethereum is going to come down. Okay, so Vitalik wants to change that, and he wants to go ahead and start making it more like Bitcoin, where it will act as a store of value, right? So if you were to put in your money in Ethereum, it could act like Bitcoin, where the price goes up. As we know, Bitcoin, right, has a set number, and once it reaches that number, that's it. We're not making any more Bitcoin. So let's look at this here. So if Bitcoin is and this comes from Vitalik, if Bitcoin is a fixed supply is sound money, then if you have a decreasing supply, does that make Ethereum ultrasound money, right? So what he's trying to say is that now they are going to be burning coins. So that's such great news for Ethereum, right? He's saying that instead of making more Ethereum, they're going to be making less. So there's going to be less, not making less, but burning coins, right? So taking some off the market. So that would only increase the price of your Ethereum, which is great. This is great news, right? This is for anyone that's holding Ethereum. It's great news, but is it going to be soon enough, right? Because if this happens, a few months from now, is the bull market going to be over? That's one thing that I'm wondering. I mean, honestly, people are saying the bull market is going to end this day. It's going to end. I've heard some people say November 17th is the day that the bull market is going to end. That's ridiculous. You cannot do that. You cannot say that. You cannot predict when this bull market is going to end. For all we know, this last top at 62,000 for Bitcoin could have been the top. It really could have been, right? And there's some data that shows that could have been the top. Do I believe that's the top? No, I don't think it's the top, right? There's also a lot of data that's saying that Bitcoin is still going up. There's more data saying that Bitcoin is still going to continue to go up. So I'm more bullish on Bitcoin. I still think it'll continue to go up, and we all know that when Bitcoin goes up, everything else goes up, right? But anyways, today's talk is about Ethereum. So is July going to be soon enough to save Ethereum? That's what we need to figure out. Is July soon enough to save Ethereum, right? And full disclosure, guys out there, I do own some Ethereum. So, right. I personally think this needs to happen sooner. And, he needs to take advantage of all the people that are investing right now. I mean, so many people have been disappointed by Ethereum, and it's because of, I created a little thing here. If we look at how much Ethereum is being made per day. Sorry about that. So let me see. So there's 28,800 Ethereum being created every single day, as to opposed to the 900 Bitcoin that's being made per day. Right. And in 2024, we know that the halving is going to take place, and that 900 Bitcoin is going to go down to half, hence halving, right? So 450 Bitcoin per day. And then Ethereum is still gonna remain the same, right? Unless if this actually happens. Now, why am I saying this actually happens? Well, if you search up Ethereum, news, Ethereum COINBURN, right? You see these news coming from such a long time ago, right? We're going to burn a lot of Ethereum, right? Ethereum could, right? But it's just September 20 is we're going to do this, right? We're going to burn. So this has been something that's been going on for a while. Well, when is it really going to happen, right? Vitalik just said expect it in July. Well, I'm going to be expecting it, right? But by then, who knows what the price of Ethereum could be? For all we know, it could be at $200, right? For all we know, it could be back down to 500. Right? Or it could be up higher. Hopefully it's the latter, and Ethereum is up higher. I do think it'll be up higher, right? I'm predicting, well, at least I want to believe that the market, that this bull run is not going to end until later on this year, right? So hopefully this is true, right? But you guys can see where I'm going with right here, right? There's so many news. And there's been a lot of news saying that this is going to happen. It's going to happen. It's going to happen. It's going to happen, right? Since September. And now we are in March. We're about to go into April, and still nothing, right? So anyways, let's look at this, the positive thing. What can happen, right? These are the current numbers right now for Ethereum. So, right, this is the total amount of money that there is on Bitcoin. on Ethereum right now. So we're looking at $205 billion. I just estimated. Okay, so it was like 204 a bunch of, but it would have been too hard to use all those numbers. So I just rounded up to 205 billion, right? And then this is the total amount of Ethereum out there. So if you look at this here, right, this is the math. This is how you find out how much each coin costs. So you get the total amount of money in Ethereum divided by the amount of coins, and it gives you the current price. Well, let's imagine that there is a coin burn, right? And let's just say that he takes off just the million, is that a million and a half? Yeah, $1.5 million Ethereum. And you can see how much $1.5 million would only increase it by 30, what is it, like $25 around there, like $25. So not a lot, right? So now let's imagine that he decides to burn 5 million, or they decide to burn 5 million, right? Then that would bring it up to what's that increase, like $80? So an $80 increase, right? And now let's imagine that that by then there's a higher market cap. So there's more money into Ethereum. Then that would bring us over to 2,000, right? Let me move this here. Oops. Let me move this here. Pen it. Okay. So let's imagine that I think this is completely doable by, let's say, by July, right? So by July, I think this is completely doable. And again, I think I'm lowballing this bet, or this is a lowball here. But let's imagine that it does reach, or it reaches at least this here, right? And then there's also a coin burn. Then we're looking at a price of this much for Ethereum, right? Again, this is all speculation. I'm not saying that it's going to reach here. Again, this is just financial advice. This is not financial advice, right? This is just my kind of like my thinking, what I'm kind of thinking in my head, right? So this is something that I do think might happen. Again, with the coin burn, it would bring up the price quite a bit. And then again, I'm lowballing this, right? This is saying that Ethereum only reaches this market cap. This is, again, I think this is a lowball. If anything, Ethereum could be in the 400, 500, or maybe even like 400, 500 billion market cap, right? We never know where, or it could be at 100 million, right? Like I'm saying, we just don't know what's going to happen in that amount of time. It's a long amount it's quite a bit of time for this coin burn to happen. I think it should have happened a lot sooner. Again, I get it. The miners don't like it, but I think Vitalik is doing the correct thing with looking out for his coin. His coin right now is going through so much. The Ethereum network is going through so much pain, right? It's bleeding. It's not going anywhere. And we see that. We see Bitcoin going up, breaking all-time highs. Ethereum still hasn't even touched that $2,000 mark that it hit in February. And and Bitcoin has made new all-time highs, and Ethereum hasn't even touched that $2,000 mark. That just kind of tells you how upset people are with Ethereum, right? How not bullish people are with Ethereum. Even these news, I think people already understand that this is a process of hey, new news, no action. And I think this, again, 20 new Ethereum being created every single minute. Vitalik said that it's going to instead of creating with the update for at least for a little while, instead of being new, right? So let's say instead of creating 20 every minute, let's say that there might be a burn on average. Let's say that they're burning 5. They're burning -5, right? So -5 every single minute. That would be good for Ethereum, right? Something like this, something small like this. Again, a coin. I don't think there's going to be like a coin burn out of nowhere. Like, oh, we're just going to burn 5 million Ethereum out of nowhere. I don't think that's how it's going to happen, right? Vitalik, the way that he said it, he said that it would be a small process. So a slow process. Instead of creating new Ethereum, we would be burning Ethereum, right? So I would say maybe like a -1 or -2 every single minute, right? Something like that. So it really does that price isn't just going to shoot up crazy, right? Because again, that wouldn't be the best thing for Ethereum too either. Okay, so I do think this is like the best scenario, where when we get to July, instead of creating new Ethereum, right, there would be a burn of like maybe 1 or 2 or even 5 Ethereum every single minute. So yeah, that's what I have to say. Let me know what you guys think in the comments down below. How do you guys feel about Ethereum? Are you guys bullish on Ethereum? Are you guys upset with Vitalik for doing this? Are you guys in favor of this update? I'm in favor of this update. I think he's looking out for the investors, and obviously anyone that wants to use the network. Right now it's unusable with those gas fees, right? And I get it that it's coming at the expense of the miners, but I mean, what's the bigger population, the miners or the everyday users and investors? And that's the decision that Vitalik has right now. Make my investors and my my users happy, or keep my miners happy. I think Vitalik is going with the obvious choice, the obvious correct choice, which is, yeah. So anyways, guys, have a good night. Let me know what you guys think on Ethereum. I know this is just a crazy rant that I'm going on, but hopefully you guys try to see what I'm saying here. But yeah, let me know how you guys feel on Ethereum down below. Leave me a comment, questions, anything like that, and make sure to subscribe. I'm trying to get to 1,000 subscribers. Still far away from there, but let's hit that mark. So subscribe if you guys are awesome. All right, have a good night, guys.